I just need to have it planned out in my brain right now.
Sandra, I've already hit record.
Oh.
We're here to manifest.
And we're back with our wand. Woo!
Welcome back to another monthly recap manifestation video.
You're watching. If you guys are not accustomed as what these videos consist of, we have face masks.
Cheers.
I have a different one than last month.
She always has a new one. She's very adventurous.
We're gonna get our skincare on, and if you want to grab your face mask, and we're gonna be also reflecting back on our month of June, because if you guys don't know, we did this in the beginning of June, and we'd like to reflect, see what we've done. Let's get into it. Okay, that was good.
Alright, so that was good.
that was good.
Girl. One take. I love that. All right. Well, okay, friends. So June 2025, the fastest and longest month, honestly, ever.
Like of 2025. Yeah. I'm like, still don't know what happened, but
I don't even know what happened in June either. But what I do know is that we were very ambitious for the month ahead, which again was June of 2025. We had lots of ambitions, lots of manifestations and goals. Did we make all of those goals and manifestations?
Now, here's the thing, guys. Sometimes life happens, like saying, and sometimes you might not make all of these goals. Also, I'm mixing my little potion right now.
Yeah, it's looking good.
And it turned out darker than I thought, but we love it. I put too much water.
So, even though some goals and manifestations weren't made, that doesn't mean that we are going to give up. Sometimes those manifestations just weren't meant for this month.
Exactly. And if you think we're gonna give up, we persevere, right, Sky?
Persevere is the right word for that. So, one thing I did want to point out with the 2025 manifestations here is that we both wanted to give ourselves grace. Am I right?
You're right, scream it.
Anyway, so we
on the line. Yes.
I think we did that. You know, I think
we did.
Could we have given ourselves more grace? Maybe. Like, me at least, yeah.
I feel like,
I think so.
I feel like for me, I gave myself grace, but in different ways that I was not used to. Like, so for example, creating content-wise and videos, I gave myself grace if I wasn't able to, you know, make an upload in time, if that makes sense, like on my for, IRL content. But I also was giving myself grace in the fact that it's okay to have a deadline and want to make it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense, but like breaking down and being okay with having that, you know, happen and just having to move past it.
So here's the thing for me. We sit down here, we have so much fun. It's the most ambitious time of the month, in my opinion. But for the other 29 to 30 days, sometimes my little brain forgets. So yeah, did I have fun? A little bit. Was I open-minded? I think so. I do think that this month overall was a month. It started us into the month of summer, and it gave us some new understandings of like how schedules and life works. You know, you might have the best, most organized schedule that anyone's ever seen. You might be like me and have 3 planners, but that doesn't mean
Hold up. I love that so much. Organized queen.
But that doesn't mean that life isn't going to surprise you with things that you could not put on your planner. And with that being said, thanks for spending June with us, guys. Thanks for putting up with us while we were online.
Thank you for,
and not
if you
online.
Watched our content. Yes. Let's point out the support when we're not online and live streaming and like still receiving that support. Like for me, YouTube wise, let's just talk about that. I did not stream a lot, but I was able to post on YouTube a lot, and there was a lot of love shown. And that's the first time that it's happened to me, not being like streaming and promoting my YouTube channel, like, you know, all the time, because I like was sick and all that. And so not being able to do that and being online all the time, it's usually growth, there's nothing when that happens, but I was able to see progress. And
thank you for anyone who supports our content, especially here on YouTube, because that's a big goal of both of us, is to be able to be off of a live stream and still know that our audience wants to see us and support our online journey as content creators. So yeah, it's been a month. We're grateful for the support, and yeah,
definitely grateful for the support. And like I was saying, like Twitch wise, if you guys don't know, that's a platform where you go live and you get to interact with people and community members and you get to build an amazing community of amazing things. And this month for me it was rocky because I would stream a lot and then I wouldn't, and it would feel weird because I was wanting to stream, but then just mentally and also physically I was just not wanting. I was wanting to be in front of a camera, YouTube, and have it not like that. Not that I don't have control when I stream, but like have my scenarios and my visions come true in a way like movie magic type of vibe, if that makes sense. And don't get me wrong, I love the raw, like keeping it real vibes when I'm streaming. That's why I love streaming so much. But also, we've been talking a lot about this, but in life, like whether it's in Animal Crossing or in real life, you need balance. And I really came to the realization that I needed to take as much time offline than being online as well, if that makes sense. So yeah, especially because it's summertime, it's sunny outside, filming content for YouTube, is so much easier.
Let's talk about that. So when we sat down for the June manifestation, like I think sure we probably talked about how it was summer and we were excited, and we definitely put out a lot of summer episodes in our Sunday sleepover series that we did for the month of June. But like I don't think we realized from like a reality perspective that it's summer, and like summer brings a different vibe, and sometimes you don't you kind of have like that summer phase on where you're just not wanting to do anything.
Definitely. And as much as you might love to vlog or create content, at the end of the day, I came to the realization that I just wanted to sit down and read and be with myself. And I have those moments, like I've had that throughout the 6 months of like 2025, but I think where it's different, like I think that where this month has been different is that I've been present. I think that's the best way that I could describe it. Like not that I wasn't present in the past months, but I was actually enjoying, I don't know, it's so hard to describe because I don't like to put myself, like I don't like to go through things that I don't like to do off the bat, but I don't know, I think letting go a little bit and letting loose and giving myself grace to do that, and again having a community to understand that has been amazing this month. And it's different than what I'm used to, like I was saying, but it's something that I kind of love. And although with this month that is ahead of July, which we'll talk about what we're wanting, what's gonna happen in July, but I think it's gonna be different how July is gonna be than June. Like it's almost so like scary because I've grown used to having this type of being offline and online and such and going at my own pace, but July is going to be really upbeat for me, so it's going to be interesting to see.
I think another thing to talk about that's really interesting is our differences in June. Like as Cass mentioned, she wanted to spend a lot of time outside just reading, connecting with herself. Meanwhile, all of my June, I was putting out a new YouTube video every single day, constantly nonstop working, hosting birthday party stuff for literally like everyone in my family. So I had like a crazy chaotic busy month, which was like go nonstop, and she had like a very calm, more personal.
I like none of, like I don't know why I had not, like obviously I'd seen you post and all of that, but it's like never kicked in. That I think it's I'm so used to us doing the same not the same thing, but being at the same like wavelength, that it was different.
Definitely was so different. And I think that's why, like for me, I mentioned like not realizing that it was gonna be summer, because I want to say one of the hardest parts of June for me was the fact that I took on such a heavy workload and I pursued that successfully, thankfully. But at the same time
to also point out
but I also at the same time got to see everybody else like get into summer mode and like relax and hang out, and I was like just working like every single day. And it wasn't just Cass, like I'm so happy for everyone who has been relaxing. But I think that's one thing I would take away from this month, is that as much as like I sat here with you promoting summer, being excited for summer, I didn't plan for my own summer. I was just like,
no, because I feel like sometimes it's easier saying things than actually doing them. And that's like a saying that I've heard for so long in my life, like easier said than done. And it's true, it's real, like that exists. Like you might set up manifestations and goals and such, but it's so much more easier to say it than doing it. And which also there's this saying here where it goes like writing stays, but your words can fly away. Like what you can say can just fly away, and writing on a paper, it will stay there paper, inked or paper. We're doing this digitally, but you know what I mean. Like, so doing these manifestations video, although sometimes it might not pan out, and I'm saying like it's easier said than done. The purpose of this is like, and where I'm like really like proud that we do this is that we have it in writing, and we're not just saying things. And then yes, we might be saying things, and we might not be doing them throughout the month, but they're here for us to reflect on.
Yeah, there's this moment to reflect back. So I agree with that, and I think it's so important to like once again reiterate is that we are video logging this. Sure, people get to watch it, but like mostly for ourselves. It is crazy to think that we set intentions every single month together, and then at the end of the month we look back and we're like, oh my god, okay, maybe I didn't do short form vertical content. Okay, oops, like I forgot that, and like all the things I did do. And I'm sure, you know, same for you, there's things on your list that you're like, okay, I totally blanked that. And it's really cool to like see the ambitions, but also see like where life can take you otherwise. And
like see the failures too. It's like, oh, it sounds rough and to say, but
it's very
there.
intimidating
like,
too. Because both Cass and I, sitting down, especially for this month's video, we were like, I don't know if we want to even address June. Like, we should just jump into July. But at the same time, we agreed, like, who cares if we didn't do everything? We are the only people here to, like, really know what we've done, what we want to do, measure our own, like, growth in value. And you're just here to spectate that and hopefully take inspiration from that, which is crazy.
Like that, being able to have like people watch our content and then like again like be inspired and like take from us and be able to come out of a situation, for example, with more knowledge, whatever the situation might be. That is like a dream come true to me, because it's like sharing knowledge is infinite, and that's like just such a beautiful thing to be able to do, especially when it helps us grow. Like I don't think that we could have gone through the things that we've gone through without having like this. You know, although we only do it once a month, like these one videos change so much for me, like reflecting. Like yes, the planning and then for July is going to be amazing to do, but I don't think that I've realized how much like April, May and June, like without having these videos planned to do, I would have been obviously not alone, but I would have felt alone. And that's something that is never fun to feel. And
I agree with you. I think back to the first video we did, which was right after I went through a bunch of hardship. And I remember being really scared to do it with you. And you were so like excited to do it with me. And we got through it and we had so much fun, and it was very well received on YouTube. And then we decided from there, like, oh, we should do this for each other. Like, we should keep doing it. And like my biggest takeaway, we've only been doing this a couple times too. Like we've only had, I mean, yes, it's been several months, but at the same time, like it's only been a handful of months, if even. My only like thought every time we walk away from this, or even we're in this, is I wish we started it sooner. I wish we did it sooner. Like you always, when you love something, you know, like you want it, like you're like, man, I wish we did this at the beginning of the year. But it's exciting to know that we could do it like going forward. Like we'll have this next year, and like we'll be able to look back on these. And that's something else I appreciate about these videos, is right now we're in real time, me and you. I always like to break the fourth wall, because I'm like, you guys watch this, but I break the fourth wall a lot because I'm like trying to make sure we're present for each other, because we have this video for you guys, but like right now in this very second, it's the only time we'll be like in this video together. And technically at any point we could be like, okay, we're gonna cut this out, we're gonna edit this part out. We don't typically do that, but there's an option for us to do that.
If I sneeze and it's loud, you're not gonna be hearing my sneeze. My sneezes. You don't want to hear mine, but you know, so that's being real with you guys, you know.
But like, it's the fact that at this very point we couldn't change anything that happens next. Like we're here, and whatever would happen next, we would have to face, and later you would just get to see the pretty packaged version, which is usually pretty similar to like everything that's happening. But nonetheless, it's just crazy to think that this is the only time we'll be here in this video, actually here. The next time we see this, it'll be editing, and then the following it'll be published, and then it'll be a month from now, and then so on and so forth, and it'll become nostalgic, and it'll become a time that we wish to go back to. And I think that's what I want to like put it in this video so that like 6 months from now,
Yes.
2 months from now, we look back on it and we're like, dang. It doesn't matter if our hair was messed up that day. Like, wow, I missed that moment.
No, because literally, and we were saying, like, you know, we're gonna look back at this like 1 month from now and all of that, but I don't think it, like Sky says, being present and reminding ourselves of being present is really important, because I know that when we end this video and our call and we go our separate ways, we'll be changed already.
Yeah.
So can you just imagine what, like, a month is like...
I know. I think back to like when it was this video that we were doing, when we made this one and we were reflecting on the last one, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so different already. And maybe to the audience it's not that different. Maybe they think we're the exact same, but we know, like, oh my gosh, it's already so different. And like, it just, time is always going and you are always changing, you know, as people we are always changing. And it's so wild that we have this like opportunity to both mutually sit down and like talk about that and manifest things and plan things and just be girls together. And that's so wild all the time. That's wild to me. And I hope that people who watch this, they can appreciate that and they can find the same comfort that we find within each other, within us. If you can't have, you know, a Cass or a Sky in your life to directly talk to you like this, we hope to be still there for you like that.
Yeah, because technically we are Sky and Cass.
I know. It's crazy.
Like, although we might not, you know, have the friendship with you, like, as a viewer, if you're watching this, although we might not be close with you, know that our friendship
is so open and large. It's so open and large that it is for everyone. Like, our friendship is so like universal. It plugs in.
Universal, yes.
It very much plugs in, and I know that to be true only because we have so many friends on our Twitch streams and in our community in general that can relate and feel that friendship within us. So we're glad to have you, and we thank you so much for tuning into our video.
Yes, thank you.
All crazy and nostalgic. A little existential, but you know.
It is so amazing and comforting to be able to have these talks. Like, I don't want to say like, okay, because intellectual thoughts, but in a way where I use my English in a way that is so good, and I'm just so happy that I'm able to do that and be able to express myself like that, like, so easily.
Yeah.
Although, yes, I have my French is my first language, I've never been able to express myself as good as I am doing right now, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah.
Yeah, that is crazy. I know, this girl always trips me out with that. Like, it is crazy to think that she has a different first language, but she can express herself and feel her thoughts more in another one. And then she can also relate to, like, someone like me who's not French, who doesn't speak French at all. Wild. Yeah, that's a whole other...
Like, yeah, I don't...
Wild.
Wild.
That's where it really comes in, though, of like being universal, is that we come from completely different cultural backgrounds as well, and we come from different places. She's from Canada, I'm from California. We've had different lifestyles probably growing up, maybe not so different, like based off of where we are today.
I think yeah, like location wise, it's so odd to think about it, because sometimes I'll refer to something and you won't know what I'm talking about, but then sometimes something so niche and specific you will know. And I think that's like the invisible string. I know we always circle back to that, but it's crazy because we are our own person, but we're also one and the same. And that's that's why I really do believe in like soulmates in a way. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I really do believe that. Like, it's crazy like to think about, but if you believe in past lives, I like.
Dang, Cass, getting all serious with us.
I know, I've been reading too much.
No,
I've also
but
been
it's
reading
so real
too much
though.
fantasy.
No,
but, like,
no, don't chalk it up like that. Like, that's definitely so real.
But being able to imagine another universe where we were best friends,
like, you know,
riding horses, and like,
that's cute. You know in your heart of hearts that like in every universe we would fight each other, and that's crazy. I agree with that. I think so. I think there's a reason we're together today. So yeah
And I think what's even like, not that helps, but that like reaffirms that so much. We've talked about this, but our family are cut out of the like almost exact same cloth.
So
and
wild.
like obviously like we're different, like my mom and dad are different than Skai's parents, but
there's so many crazy similarities.
Like, I don't know about you guys, but growing up, my friends' parents were never always like, they were always separated, and being able to find a friend that still has their parents together and have that love and also friendship, and just being able to pass that down to like me and seeing how like I don't know how to explain it, but feeling alive and just seeing that and being able to find that is crazy.
This is the first time she's talking about that, by the way, and I'm like, damn, you're right. Like, she's never even brought this up to me, and I'm like, whoa, that is true. We do both have parents that are still together.
It makes so much, like,
I don't know anyone else's parents together.
Yeah, like it was a reoccurring thing growing up, having my like going to friends, and I need to go to my mom's next week. I'm
we're very fortunate
to experience that. Yeah,
we're very fortunate,
and that like brings me back to like being like, it's crazy that we found each other.
Yeah, and we do have so many similarities too. Yeah. And through this way is crazy. Yeah, it's wild that
like
every time you
explaining that to
I mean, we did though. You can watch back. It's the first episode of the Very Besties. Just saying, but you know, it's a story, that's for sure. It made a lot of views, so
we could write a book.
Yeah, we probably could. I mean, I do have a degree, so.
No, actually, I was talking about.
Well, maybe we should use my brain.
But like, I'm like, I just want to write a book one day.
I know, I heard you actually talking about that on your stream, and I was like, wow, that's all I've ever wanted to do.
Yeah, like,
I'm like, all I've ever wanted to do was write. Now my life has changed, though. Now I have so many more creative ambitions, of course. But it's still
you never know. When I come back, yeah, it's still there. You can still have that. Like, oh, that's amazing. I love that.
One day. We're getting on a tangent. We're gonna go on to July.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're done with June. Yes. But we are grateful for you, and we're grateful for the month and all of the lessons and experiences and slow living and very fast and chaotic living that we individually or mutually experienced.
And like Ariana Grande says, thank you next.
All right.
We're gonna leave June in the past.
Goodbye. Yeah.
Okay, now guys, we almost forgot to say something. Hydrate, okay? It's summertime.
It's so hot. You gotta stay hydrated. It's so hot.
Crazy. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Once again,
where do you want to start?
So clean, so perfect. We're about to go on summer vacation for realsies this time, guys. I'm going on vacation for over a week. She's about to be going on vacation for like 3. Then she comes back and I go on vacation again. It's gonna be chaotic.
Crazy. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm on vacation, then she's on vacation, then I'm on vacation, and then we'll finally be back together with no vacation right before the fall. Like, it's just so wild. We're really partying it up this summer, guys. And I really hope that you guys have a good summer too.
And I hope you guys enjoy our summer content, because although we're going to be on vacation,
we'll still be having content. So July, this is the video I'm going to set the tone, okay? For everybody. So in the month of June, I put out a YouTube video every single day, and we're on YouTube right now. And I just want to say I'm not going to be doing that in July. Okay. This is where you're going to put the like, oh, soundtrack.
Yeah, that Sky, I'm not even joking. My head, I was like,
oh.
I'm like, but also I understand, because it's a lot of work and you deserve to rest.
I'm just going to take like a day off. Like, I think I'm just not going to upload like on Fridays or something.
Really?
My plan is to post consistently, but not like every single day, okay? So I'm just gonna write posts consistently. And that doesn't mean that I won't have a new episode of the Very Besties every Tuesday. Because we still have every Tuesday coming out. And then that also doesn't mean that I won't have Barbie episodes as well. So some of the favorites are 100% secured, but some of the days of the week, you know, like I said, I might not post on Fridays. Stay tuned. I'll give you an update in the Discord. But that's my first YouTube thing, is always to post consistently, because this is still the dream, guys. We still want to be able to go on long vacations and not worry about our audience not tuning into our stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's crazy because before June, the month of June, like I was talking earlier, I would not have expected to grow on YouTube, on my gaming channel, Animal Crossing channel, this much. And I do believe that's because I posted also short form content, and it reached so many people, and I did not think that it would. And so I think I'm wanting to continue on doing short form videos, but also,
dude, you make me want to do short form verticals so badly.
Yeah,
I added that to June. I didn't do it. Do I want to try again? Yes, I do.
I'm wanting to write short form video out of recycled content, because I had a video
I saw that
blew up, and that's what that clip was when I was working on my freaking winter island.
I know, it's in your trailer for your Twitch.
So recycling content is what I'm wanting to do, and especially in the month of July, where I'm not going to be able to create, content consistently. The content that I've been creating during June, I'm wanting to go through it before I go on vacation and try to sort that out so that I can have some uploaded, and I can edit that so easily when I'm on my way to my vacation and plan them. And it's going to be also so reassuring because I won't be home, but I'll still be able to have that
video
recycled content.
Yeah.
So
I put reusing content.
It's crazy because that's why I love editing so much. You guys know I have a passion for editing, but you can literally make anything you want. Why I love editing my content so much is that I can form it into something that doesn't make sense, but it makes sense. So yeah, that's fun.
I cannot think of a third for YouTube right now.
Yeah, me either. I was like, short form video content recycle. I mean, consistency, but I'm trying to find something, obviously, because when you've been consistent for a while, yes, it's good to write it down, but it's always good to try to think of something different that can challenge, And for the month of July, I'm like,
I want to take it easy because I just spent June, so I'm like, for me, I'm just like, receive lots of support. I just hope that a lot of friends will find our videos entertaining enough to comment, and just support the vibes.
Now, I thought of my third thing, and this is actually something I've been planning. So I'm gonna go on vacation, and I'm wanting to branch out IRL content-wise and try to do Disney. I'm wanting to create content with that because it's something that I've always been passionate about. And although I only visit once a year, being able to provide information for other people who might not have the chance to go to Disney World is something that has always been so close to my heart, and could be so, I can see it already. I've made a document with Angie, my sister, planning out what I'm wanting to do over there so that we can actually, yes, we're gonna do the rides and all, but we're wanting to have the schedule where we have fun and branch out and creating content together.
I love that.
And it's also to be able to document and look back after. I've been doing Disney vlogs for almost this is gonna be my third year doing them, which is crazy to think about, and seeing the evolution is so amazing, and I'm really excited how this year's content turned out Disney wise. So yeah,
I can't wait to see that. I kind of already planned to try and film my vacation, which I'm excited about. It'll be my first time, but I'm not gonna put it because I don't want the pressure.
Yes, no, don't.
I'm really trying to take this month easy, guys. I'm putting a back burner on it. Yeah.
Okay, let's reflect. Let's think. You did some IRL content when getting your Switch.
That's true, and I did.
Did not put that into
Let me see though. Let's see if I did, because I feel
let's see.
No. Maybe I did for May though, because I feel like I did for one of them.
I think we mentioned it somewhere. Maybe in the bucket list.
Maybe it
I
was
think
the
it's
bucket list, yeah. Which you'll have to go
Which
back
is
and
crazy.
watch that video.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you're right, I did do that for the Switch too, and that was a very impromptu day in general.
And you didn't write it down. Or well, we did, but like it wasn't something that you put pressure on.
Yeah.
And so you felt like you wanted to do it, you know?
Yeah, so I think I
That's
just want
fun.
to try and just like see like what comes to me instead of like feeling like I have to make a video out of it. So that's kind of my vision.
Yeah.
I guess I could manifest that
like-
though. It's like,
Yeah, you could.
maybe I'll change it. Maybe instead
But
of...
like I was gonna say, like, for me, when I first wanted to create IRL content, yes, writing down things helps, but I just had that like
feeling,
not urge, but like that want to
desire
to express myself. Yeah, that desire to.
That's kind of where I'm at. So I'm hopeful. I just put no pressure so that like future Sky isn't like, oh.
And I feel like what's beautiful also, I was gonna say, for IRL content, you can develop your own way of doing it, and you've been doing that in the month of June. Like the content that you've uploaded, whether it's the cookies or the what is it called? Not the gelatin. I'm blanking on the word, but the trays that you made, the coasters.
Oh, the resin.
Like those. Yes, that's the word, resin. Like you were able to create IRL content out of that, and that's like so beautiful in its own. Because yes, it's not like, for example, vlogging content that you'd see from me, obviously, because it's different. But it's like so fun to be able to watch something that is unique to you. And that is, you know.
I have so much footage of that, by the way, that I haven't shared. I've made so many projects.
God, share right now, please. Take your time.
Some of them, dude.
No pressure. It's hard.
I've been trying this one project, and I've done it like 4 or 5 times now, and I can't get it. It was supposed to be so simple too. Freaking blows my mind. But I was like, I film every time. And then every time it's messed up, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna film it until I get it right. And then the time I get it right, then I'll like put them out like that. Like I don't want the pressure of like putting out a failed one or putting out a failed one and not having like a one that's like good.
No, because that is wise to do in a way where, yes, it's good to have content where you might regret and be able to reflect on like I do, but also you've like being able to have experience in, yes, you might not have a lot of experience in art, but you do in so many other fields, and being able to have that like professionalism right away is what's amazing. And sometimes it can be hard because you might be like, oh, I want to get it perfect.
Like, wait till you see it, girl.
Yeah, I can't wait. But I wanted to say that if you think that it might not be, you know, show or presentable right now, that's okay. You might come back to look on it, like we were talking about recycling content. You might one day, you know, feel like you want to be less perfectionism, or you know what I mean, like you're gonna be giving yourself more grace.
There's so much.
I know. And you might just freaking have a masterpiece of a video, which you already do. But could you imagine, like, the potential is so there.
I know.
And it's already there, and you've already been creating, and it's so beautiful.
So wild. I'm like, oh my gosh. But yeah, I'm like, dang. One of these days it'll come out. I'm like, I haven't put anything resin out. I haven't sold anything either. So, well, for the month of June, I didn't sell anything. So
yeah, true.
I was like trying so hard.
But also,
it is what
hard
it is.
It's hard to put out content that you like create with your hands and such for other people and be able to receive it, but also to create content out of that. There's so much that goes behind it, as you know. And so it's like sometimes, again, giving yourself grace, especially content wise. And sometimes you might have so much ambition and want to create so many things at once, but if you try to, I can't find like a perfect like is it a metaphor? Like you can't force, you know, something that might like you can't fit. Like, so
I know. I try to tell myself that a lot. That's why I keep trying, because I'm like, oh, you know, like,
but that's good though. Like I was actually,
you know,
I was gonna say, you just have to switch the piece and see which one will fit perfectly. These late night vibes. Hopefully you get to enjoying it.
Thank you so much for still being being here. Let's go on to the Berry Besties. We made 3 stars.
We
got
did.
all those beautiful codes, and we are about to go on a crazy decorating spree.
You just wait, besties. All month of July, like we were saying, even if we're on vacation, content's about to pop off even more. It's gonna be different and new, and we've already planned it, and so I love it. I'm so happy. I'm really excited to like.
But what are our goals for this? Like, I'm
like, we know our goals, but we
like, what are we manifesting from them?
Yeah. Okay. Well, obviously reach. Okay. Maybe we could go like kind of detailed vibes. I'm like, let's try to have people sound so odd, but friends comment down below. Like, new here. I love the content. You guys are amazing. Which today I was like, what? Like, I had a notification on my phone that had just that. I'm like, on our code video. I was like, that's so fun to see. So I want to see that more.
I wonder if it's the same person. We'll have to talk about that later.
That would be amazing.
Because I got I woke up to a comment this morning. Same video saying, I don't even play Animal Crossing, but I really liked this video. It was so cozy.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so let's write down, not rich people like that don't play, but like it's hard to put into words.
New commenters.
Yeah, like new
viewers. We gotta set a goal, like our manifestation for our currents though too. Like we can do new, but like I want to set a manifestation up for the viewers who are constantly watching us and want to know like how can they support us more. And I feel like a good way to support the Berry Besties right now would be obviously to watch both videos, comment under both videos, maybe suggest things you want to see. We're at a very sweet spot where we just made 3 stars. We definitely have the plans for July, but August is another month, and
and I feel like it's the perfect time. It's the perfect time for you guys to pitch in if you want. Who knows, your ideas might be taken into inspiration. And I feel like when I first joined Twitch and such, being able to, you know, watch you, Skai, play Animal Crossing and take suggestions from people when doing a build, or suggesting people to do builds, like maybe, like, I don't know, do a mailbox room or area on their island as a suggestion. Like, I took that and I did that, and like having that, like,
throwback,
whether it's throwback, whether it's a suggestion or a, you know, that we suggest or you guys suggest, like having feedback.
Oh yeah, I probably should have just put feedback. Very much elaborate. You said you wanted to elaborate, and I was like, okay. Okay. I'm like, I mean, share what they want to see. Okay, feedback.
I mean, you have a degree in writing. Okay.
You said please be as descriptive as possible, and I said bet.
Please, no, because that's so fun to have. I'm like, I read books all day. I need a paragraph. Okay.
I love that though. Feedback is very important. Okay, and then I think for the final one, I think I want to just put to have as much fun and creative freedom with this island as possible, because as much as we put out there that like we want to have the same island and we want to follow each other's like aesthetics, we've also shared how she has one vision and I have one vision, and we had a great start that's the same, and we're gonna definitely do things very similarly. But I think it would be nice to remind each other and to remind the audience in videos like this that we want to just have fun. Have fun
creating.
Flow, you know, follow the flow when you're doing it.
And I feel like not only creating builds on our island, but also in the style that we edit those videos. I think that writing down that we're like putting our intentions and power behind the statement that we're wanting to have something that is still the same but different and editing wise, and yet also creating the video and building is going to be so, I think, key for us to like continue to do this long, if that makes sense. Not that like yet we would still be doing this long term if we didn't establish what we're talking about right now. Obviously we would still be doing it, but it would be different, and I think that setting the tone in this type of way is going to be so beneficial, and I love that.
Those are our 3 for babies. Do we want to go to Twitch or general? Or... we've had a lot of changes. You've had a lot of changes. I've had a lot of changes. We've done a lot of different things. Co-working, Animal Crossing, mixture of both.
Mixture of both, yeah.
Arts and crafts. I've done some arts and crafts live. Just chatting. I've done some just chatting as well. I think so I'm about to go on vacation for a while, so I am a little like, you're gonna go on vacation, I'm gonna go on vacation. We're not gonna be live as much at certain points of July, even until August. So one thing I do want to say though is that with everything we've been trying, I really like what one of my viewers wrote to me as advice in like my like advice box or whatever. They said don't put so much pressure on the stream time. So like you don't have to be there every single day from like, you know, 9 to 5 vibes. Like you don't have to do 6 hours, 4 hours. Like you can just come on for like an hour. And I feel like I really appreciated that, and it made me it made me feel like so much more reassured. And it was kind of crazy because like some of the days that in the month of June at least that I had the most support was in a day that like, at least like monetarily, like is a day that I wasn't even live long. So I feel like I want to keep that no pressure on time or days. I feel like that could apply to you too, because you're starting a new schedule where you don't stream every single day anymore. And I feel like,
and I was like
that no pressure.
Yeah, like that no pressure is gonna be so amazing. And also before ending, because I streamed today and I like was telling schedule and all, and someone chatted and was like, if you need to take that time less streaming to provide content for us in a different format, do it. Like we will not be mad. Like, and that's so real. Like, yes, you might be sad to see me less, but you're gonna be seeing me like, we'll get it. And I'm gonna continue on believing that, you know, we'll cross paths if we're meant to do so. So yeah.
I think that like with creating content and building a community in general, I would like to believe that everyone who is supporting your content, my content, or any person who is doing this, especially full time, that their audience just wants to see them happy, thriving, doing what they want to do. And sometimes that's easy to forget because like you have your own personal goals, beliefs, anticipations. But at the same time, like nobody wants to see us or anybody who creates content like not enjoy doing it. So once again, that no pressure, like reminding yourself, I feel like especially in the summertime will be really helpful.
Gentle reminder. Wait. Less, more. Is that a saying? Like less is more?
That's what they were literally telling me today.
Who? Oh, that's what they were telling you?
That's what they were telling me today on my stream. But like in a different context. I was talking about how it was crazy that I was working on the Barbie island and like I felt like the builds were so simple, but they took me so much longer than like even like some of the other builds I do, like the DLC stuff I do and stuff. And they were like, Sky, it's because less is more, and like sometimes less is more like intricate than something like larger. It was crazy. I was like, guys, you're so smart over there.
It's crazy because, you know, sometimes some sayings I understand them, but sometimes I don't understand them deeply because there's so many ways of seeing something.
Yeah.
You know, there's two different sides to a coin or something like that. So like there's so many opportunities and ways to interpret things, and so wow, that's crazy. Less is like in your like the way you like preferring your build is so crazy because it truly is so beautiful, simple, but it takes you so much time to do it, and like it helped me understand that saying. So thank you.
I'm like, girl, why did that take so long? But then I'm like, you're right, less is more. It's just more intricate.
Less is more.
I'm like, those big ones are just easier for me, I guess, because I'm like so used to being like a maximalist. I don't know.
Exactly.
Crazy times. I put for my second one that I just wanted to keep up with like fun and interactive vibes on my stream. I just really feel like when I have something to do with you guys, like building, decorating, something along, even playing like a new game, I feel like I have more fun than when I don't. But then sometimes I do have it when I have no plans. So I just want it to be fun and interactive if I go on.
I love that. I'm currently continue filming behind the scenes live for YouTube. because it's helped me so much in like editing, like balancing IRL content and content, especially for the month of July and just this end of the month of June. It's been helping me so much stream and then straight after that edit the video and have a 20-minute video to go out. So it's like so reassuring, and I want to continue on doing that, even though I'm not live a lot during July, or at least the end of July. I'm wanting to be able to
take advantage.
Again, take advantage of that. And I think also with the schedule that I have right now, it's like my first week really trying it out. And I cannot tell you how much pressure in a way is like lifted. On Monday, I show up, I stream. I don't really know what I'm wanting to do on every Monday that is gonna happening, but I know that this Monday I did Animal Crossing content and I was able to plan and then edit for YouTube, and then that's just so reassuring. And then Wednesdays I do co-working, and so I work on something related to Berry Besties or us content like together. And so being able to grab not use Twitch, but take time and be live on Twitch and still be able to work on things for YouTube, Animal Crossing related, has been amazing, because this far I had only done co-working to help me with YouTube and Twitch together, if that makes sense. So finding that Animal Crossing content that I was learning, being able to create content on Twitch of Animal Crossing and then using it for YouTube has been amazing. And I'm like, I feel that spark again, and I'm like, oh, we're getting it there. And it's also been helpful to just like keep my creativity going, and not have it stop. Because yes, I am expressing myself in other ways in IRL content, which I love, by the way, being able to have IRL content, but then gaming, such an amazing way to balance it. But it's just been so fun to find that way, especially after like
for the last one on Twitch. I think I'm gonna go back and look at all things I feel like I've done before, or I have. I did make 17K, so that's cool.
Oh my god, that's amazing. And oh god.
Throwback. Okay, there was nothing I really wanted to take from it. I thought maybe a past Skai was gonna come through for that. I think I just want to have
let's try to
more people like kind of like I mean, I've been streaming for almost 5 years, and I've definitely seen waves of my channel, like every other creator that's probably been here for this long. I'm sure you can relate. You've been here almost the same. But I feel like sometimes with streaming, I find myself reminiscing on past times, because like certain friends that were there, or just certain vibes that was in the air. And so I think for this last one, I want to like manifest more viewers, like how we manifest for like BBs and stuff, and like for YouTube. I want to like start to manifest it for Twitch. I met some really good new friends, and like they've been so supportive. And I feel like, they've been there since like around the time things happened to me. And I think that's so cool that I've had like long time viewers start to come and stay. And I just want to keep having that. Like I want to see more and more like new, like I feel like I have really solid core audience members, but I would love to continue to build like returning viewers, original viewers, and not so much just seeing like passing by people like all the time.
Yeah, and I think I love that so much. I was gonna formulate a phrase that would make so much sense just now. But it's okay, so the people that, for example, you met and followed you in the specific time where you were going through a lot.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, like, although it's not at the beginning of your streaming journey 5 years ago, like, that is so amazing. And so I saw that goal, being in the present and obviously making friends in the present, but like having that marker, like.
Yeah, I know. I feel like they are a marker now, because there's so many people that like found me within the last couple of months and like latched on.
And I think it's crazy,
because they wanted to see that. Like that's so weird, but like also cool, but like wild. And like I like even during that time that I was going through and I was trying to still like work to make money, and I wasn't even like present. Like we've talked about that before. I've talked about that in my own separate stuff, but I wasn't like there chatting with people directly. They still stayed and like waited to see how it would change, and I think that's so crazy. Like that is a marker, like you said, they're a marker of
so
something in my
beautiful.
life. And everybody's a marker. You're a marker in my life because you came in at a certain time, and then like even previous friends, you know, they all mark different moments of my life, maybe not all of them being the best moments, but nonetheless moments that are unforgettable. And I do like, I feel like the biggest part of content creation for me is the community. And I think that's why sometimes I struggle with streaming in the current day and age, because people come and go. And I mean, yes, there's core members, like I said. There's always going to be a Cass and a Mina and other friends that are always there and have always been there. But at the same time, it gets really crazy to like click that live button and see like a complete set of people you don't usually see, or like you can't put them
or like
to a time frame. I love them, I'm grateful for them, and they're becoming a part of that, like this time frame, but it's still like a little jarring to be like, oh my gosh, like these
it's sad
these are new people.
it's so hard to explain the concept of online friendship, whether it's like through Twitch or, you know, YouTube. But I just know that Twitch is, and specifically, we were talking about content creations and such and community. Before Twitch, obviously I knew like the word and I knew the meaning of it.
Yeah.
But I did not think that you could create something like a community with people in a such a
like,
not a niche.
Know them, like they become pillars.
Yeah,
they're pillars within the community, and you become like connected, or you look
like,
for them
help,
in the space because they help you become comfortable. And that's what I've always known, is that it's not just me and I cry. It's, I mean, yes, there's an I and I cry, but it's not just me and I cry. It has always been my community. My community has always been what I am and what my brand is. And yeah, I feel like it's really crazy because it's so like weird, like you said, because you want new people. I'm writing here, I want new people. And it's all over this board. It's all over your board. But at the same time, when you come like only one time, it is like a pass by, you know, like you're just a pass coming and going. And like I think that's where this conversation comes in of like, I hope that somebody who comes across us and writes in one video writes in the next one and the next one, because after like 3 you recognize them, you know who, oh, this person was in that video, or oh, I remember them from Cass's channel, or you know. And it's the same thing with Twitch. So really building the community and gaining more of those people that'll stick around and continue to follow you besides whatever you're doing for the day that maybe pique their interest. Yeah, I don't know, I think that would like be awesome.
It is so interesting. Yeah, it would be so, I mean, also it is so interesting because how can I explain this? When I first joined Twitch, I obviously knew who I was, or I knew Cass, you know, but well, not fully, but when I showed up to your stream, I got to introduce myself and be myself without even knowing it.
Yeah.
Which sounds weird, but the what's the word that I'm looking for? Being yourself. We always say, be yourself.
Yeah.
But the core members of our communities are there because they chose to be themselves, and
they were able to thrive within our spaces because of that. Like,
and yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Like, and that is so amazing. So keep on commenting the way that you would comment. Sometimes
be yourself within our community.
Myself, like sometimes I hold back from commenting, not on your content because I'm comfortable, but just in general content on like, because obviously I'm a viewer, but I hold back, not because I don't know who I am, but just I don't know if they're gonna accept what I'm writing down. Like, whether it's the way that I'm writing it, or like, just
Yeah, I agree.
how it comes across. It can be scary to comment, and if you don't comment, that's okay in our videos, whether it's chatting and streams down below in our videos, but it helps us get to know you guys in a way where it makes it even more special and formidable.
It helps us also be able to like truly connect to the audience, and like the same way that people come into our videos or into our streams or whatever and they find the relatability between you or me or both of us is the same thing we do with our audience. We relate. I mean, it's crazy because Cass was once just my viewer. Like, she was literally just a friend within a large audience, and she wasn't even like a super like crazy like person I looked out for in chat, like her username, I'm gonna just be transparent, was not one that I was looking for regularly, like, oh, is 𝐤𝐤𝐚𝐥 commenting? But somehow, some way, here we are today. And like, that's just wild to me that, and this is a regular case. I feel like there's a lot of creators, they become like best friends or they fall into a relationship and whatever, that we're not going to get into that because that could be iffy. But at the end of the day, building a community is about interacting, relating, just being comfortable,
transparent also. Comfortable. Yes,
being
comfortable, that's the word. Comfortable. It is so hard for me to be comfortable in some place that is different in a way, and like you're saying, like, although you might not have noticed me right in the beginning, like going back to like talking about being yourself, like you were able to notice me because I was being myself.
It's true though. I think, and that's like what's even wilder is that you were yourself in my community for X amount of months. And like, I was like, great, do your thing, girl, like have fun, just like I was to everybody. But like, it took months before I even like clocked you as like 𝐤𝐤𝐚𝐥, you know what I mean? And then, started
like,
to
because actually, it's hard to also, yes, we all know you guys are humans behind your names, but in the beginning, it doesn't click like that. Like, we're not face to face, I'm not going to school and seeing you the next day, like IRL vibes. But what's special and where the magic, sparks is where we can actually do that, but we're so far away, and that's like so weird but special, and it takes time to build a friendship, I feel like.
No, it does,
I've never had a friendship like this. Obviously, like it's so obviously there was not a proper way of, meeting one another, if that makes sense. That like we're the best way to make friends, but it happened that way so that we're here now, which is, I want to talk about this actually. Like the first time that you reached out to create with me was like in April for the self-care thing or something like that. I believe.
Women's
and
Day.
Yes, women's, yes. Not like, you reach out in April and then planning for March, and I don't remember what year, like 2020.
I don't know, there's a video for sure.
There's a video. Watch our first Very Bestie episode. But I remember I could not believe that I was being seen and not seen in a way like, oh my god, I get to be popular, but in a way where, I don't know, I don't know how to explain it, but I was like, this girly wants to like, we didn't know the extent of our friendship and where it would one day.
I don't even think years
I just remember.
I don't even think.
No,
I mean,
it's still,
to give you a quick catch up, it's like she was watching my streams. She started to stream. She kind of shared a little bit of that. I looked into it. I was like, oh, we should highlight her on the
Yeah.
channel, upcoming
You helped me
creator.
reach 200 friends. Yeah.
Was it 200? Wow. Upcoming creator. I'm glad you remember. That's so cute. But I was like, oh, you can come on for Women's Day. I can highlight you for that, and I can introduce you to my audience. I liked her vibe. And then way after that, I worked with you the one time, and I did not like become friends with you after that. We were just, I just
You're right.
sent my audience, supported you, said hello, and then like we would interact within my streams and yours. Like I would just pop in, but we weren't besties. It didn't go like that.
We weren't besties. We were acquaintances.
Yeah,
But
no, yeah.
especially online, I was taught to be careful. Obviously, like you gotta be careful, and especially when you just meet someone that you really relate to, it can be scary to be like, oh my god, I want to be your friend, like right away, because making friends is hard as is. I feel like just in general, like in real life. And although I do always say that it's so easy to make friends now with like the community that we have, but back then I didn't want to feel like I was too much, if that makes sense. So, and I didn't really realize it back then that I was like, yes, we were like acquaintances and such, and I appreciated that, if that makes sense, because
we had a very slow burn.
Unless I'd had friendships,
it was a very slow burn. Like as I'm sitting here and we're breaking this down, very unrelated to July, but it was a very slow burn.
Yeah,
very slow burn. But like not a bad one. Like we were very much kind and interactive, and then over time you just kept coming to parties and hanging out, and I was like, I cry. Let's rep it. Let's do it.
And also, I think that I was like, we were talking about, I reached out to you, and we would do things like I would initiate things, and that is okay. I feel like how am I wanting to explain this? I was not wanting to be too much, but also I wanted you to be my friend because you wanted to be my friend, if that makes sense, and not
I also think that, and this is a good thing too, and this is something I would look out for in a lot of creators back in the beginning days, because I mean, as you saw, there was a very big portion of time where I was very much like very big on Twitch. Maybe not right now because it's a very quiet platform, but nonetheless, you were around within very prime times. And I feel like a lot of times when creators would reach out, or I would go to reach out to somebody, I would always look for somebody who was confident with themselves, that was willing to take initiative to reach out. Like I do know that I've seen differences between creators that are just like, I want to work with you, but they don't know what they want to do. And then there's creators that are like, I think that this would be a perfect fit for us. And that's usually what would be more enticing. And that's kind of like, I think what worked so well is that we both were understanding. You were very understanding of my time. And I was very much trying to make sure that when you worked with me, you kind of saw professionalism, and you understood boundaries, because I know that I was very quickly going without anybody showing me that. So it was really nice to be able to be like, oh look, this is what you should do. Make sure you have boundaries. Make sure you don't just do this because somebody told you to do this. Like boundaries, being able to share those with you as a creator, to a creator, I think was really cool. And I mean, that's why we're here today as well, is because I think it was really nice. I'm very fortunate. No, it wasn't fortunate, but I'm very fortunate that you deemed me as sort of say like a mentor, because I've always been very much of like a leader. I've always been very confident in whatever I'm doing, and I know that I'm able to execute something professionally and the way I usually envision it. But having somebody see that and then taking inspiration from that successfully
You're right.
And doing
And
it
it's something.
herself,
Yeah.
I was like, this is groundbreaking. Wait a minute. There's two
That
of
is
me.
crazy.
Wait a minute. It was really cool to see.
I'm gonna be dramatic, and I'm gonna be like, for my whole life, I've not been pressured to do things, but obviously, sometimes you have to do things to do them and get through things. And I think that what was beautiful is that it was just effortless. I obviously, yes, was reaching out and putting energy, but I felt like I was also recharging my battery, if that makes sense, in a way. And I did not know it back then, but I did not know that back then, but it's like, it's so crazy. And it like, now, yes, I have so much more things to do, whether it's content creation wise or, IRL things, but I did not think that I would be here.
Yeah. I do, just to continue like matching that energy, I do think that the reason why I'm still here and so present within my work and still trying very much to get back to even a point, if not larger, to where I once was when, it was the pandemic and things were just starting for me, is because of people like you. 100%. If I didn't have Cass in specific, very much Cass, and then others saying, that, oh my gosh, you inspire me, or oh my gosh, I just want to be like you, like, oh my gosh, I just really love this about your content, like, I don't know if I'd still really be doing it, because it does come so effortless and so naturally. And I've shared this so many times, especially this year, that most of my content is literally just me and my life and like whatever I'm doing and whatever I like at the moment, and somehow that sticks and somehow that hits. But like you've seen in the like several years from moving to hardships to different struggles, like there's been times where I don't even know how to like what to put a line, where to put a line, because I'm like, I share my whole life and that's all I've done for 5 years, is share my whole life.
And it feels like all blurred together, I feel like,
and then I feel so obligated to my core audience to continue to do that, because that's what they're used to. Everyone who's watched me is so accustomed to knowing everything that's going on, my next move, whatever I want, whatever ambition I have, whatever I'm literally putting on my wish list. Like I've always just had everybody like that keeping up with me, that when something does happen that's more personal, it is hard, because it's like, oh my gosh, wait a minute.
And I want to try to reassure you in a way where you hear me say, do your thing, do what you're feeling, we will follow. Yes, we show up because we're used to something.
Yeah.
But it's as much, maybe even more interesting where you do something that is so not used to doing.
Yeah.
Because it's...
I try to switch it up on you guys.
Yeah, it keeps it interesting. Not that, doing the same thing repetitively is boring. Yeah. It is amazing. It's comforting. But I've been trying to also tell myself that sometimes you gotta get out of that comfort zone.
Yeah.
And still, have those boundaries. I feel like we've talked about this definitely in the past episode, but like having those boundaries, but also not be afraid,
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've been afraid to do a lot of things, whether it's go out and, make new friends in public or just, do things out of my comfort zone. It's scary.
I think because
we control it.
Yeah. I think also though, because we do this full time and we're always in our little bubbles and we have such a supportive audience and we do have control over so much, it becomes really hard to want to do things you don't have control over, or you don't have a very large, at least for me, a very large support system saying you're doing amazing, because I'm so accustomed to that. I am so used to it, like I'm so used to somebody constantly telling me you're doing good, you look good, you're doing good, I wish I could do it. And like when that isn't there, it's really hard. It's something
As
that
if
I don't think any creator talks about, is the fact
no,
that
yes,
it's so different. It's seriously like two lives, because here, even just with you, I'm so
yes,
great. I know I'm so great. Everyone tells me that, so
but
I
that
can't believe anything else,
yeah,
right? Because everyone
yeah,
tells me I'm so good. Everyone tells you you're so good. So here, in this area, in this moment, in this space, we are so good. But when you walk away from this space and you're in the real
alone.
world, or you're alone, that's when your brain starts to really question it. At least for me, am I really that good? Am I really that great? Am I really at the best place I can be? And this is very much like a crazy self-reflecting moment, and maybe a little too much for some of you, so I'm sorry, but it's something that's very real, and I feel like it's something that we could talk about as, you know, young
Yes,
girls right now, is that like in this industry, in this
and
line
just
of
yeah,
work, we have so much enabling, so much coddling and catering, which I wouldn't trade for. I love it.
no,
Thank you.
I'm
Seriously,
grateful.
I
Yes, same
need
here.
it, because so much of my time outside of this space is not like that. It's so much more of
You gotta
like
be sometimes, yeah,
questioning, questioning.
independent in a way where, not that we're dependent on viewers or what I mean, but being hmm, by yourself with only your brain around and not others. That's why they tell you, the friends that you circle yourself with will affect you.
It's
And
true.
that's why they tell you to have friends that are grounding and
Yeah.
that you relate to, but take you out of your comfort zone, because it will help you grow. And I think why I don't think I know why I love this so much is that it can be scary hopping off after our talks and such and being alone. But what helps me in my brain is that we've talked about this, but we'll always have this place to go back to, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, like it. Even though I might not believe what I tell myself when I'm alone, reassuring in like my subconscious knows. Like
Yeah.
sometimes you gotta fake it until you actually believe it. Like fake it till you make it might sound like shallow. Is that the right word?
Insincere.
Shallow.
It's shallow,
Yeah,
yeah.
insincere. But
Unauthentic
because
to
I've,
some
I've
point.
grown, yeah, like I've grown up like thinking that, but like people who fake it till they make it are not humans. They are robots. Like, why would you not be authentically yourself in
Yeah,
doing things?
yeah.
And I do believe that the scary thing about not knowing who you are or by yourself is that you have to go through that dark little area.
It's true.
And like you're
It's
saying,
not
especially
fun.
being in this like industry where like in this area where we always are like light vibes, fluffy,
Soft.
every
You can't
fluffy rope, yes,
you don't
soft.
talk about
Like
like triggering and more personal, like more specific to life. You don't really hear us talking about
no,
this. It's really like breaking a
that's
wall again. It's like talking
yeah,
about stuff
and
like
that's
this is very
honestly
much uncomfortable, because you don't want to think like this. You don't want to talk like this. Who does? I mean, I definitely don't, especially when you're alone. But like doing it with a friend, doing it
but like
in a
talking about
softer,
it.
yeah, atmosphere is so much better than when you're sitting there thinking nobody thinks like this, nobody feels like this, nobody's wearing like this, everybody has it together, it's just me. Like, things like that, I feel like are less when you
Can
have
make me feel a lot
conversations
like
like this.
yeah.
When you
Mhm.
witness an experience like this, it can
Mhm.
reassure that subconscious that you were talking about.
Exactly. And so to go back on like having this here now being the present, I would not change it for the world because it's me not be afraid of what I can't control.
It's true, yeah.
Cause yeah. Also pause. The way that I'm thinking of editing this
Mhm.
and ending off this video we've talked so long and we've kind of just in general talked about this, and although we're not writing down everything in the general things, we're talking. And so
I could sum it up
how
for
I
you really
edit it-
fast. Like I can plug it
Yeah.
in. So that way, like next month, I'm nervous for like when we go to do
Yes.
August.
We could do a wrap up vibe.
Okay, like we'll wrap it up and like just write it. I feel like we should just start. I was gonna like right now. I was gonna be like, okay, let's add this into personal, like this conversation into personal. Like let's talk
Okay,
about.
so-
We'll do it like that, and then we'll be like, and then we can put the other three in general, and then we'll just leave it with mutual, and then like that really fast.
I like that
because we
okay,
definitely
so-
have 3 points for personal and 3 points for general right now, and like honestly, mutual stuff is so simple. Like it's just gonna be like, relax, take care. Go enjoy vacation.
So you know when I do these close-ups in editing and it's like going back and forth from our faces, that whole segment that we just did, that's how I'm gonna edit it. And although yes, I want to write it down.
Let's just write it down
like,
now, and then you'll have it back. Like let's just
Yeah.
put them back. Okay, let's just write them down
But
then.
my like way of ending out this video is that we end it off just with our faces, like if that makes sense. And then yeah,
Dang.
and then we're like, okay, wait, we end off the actual video like after saying our bye-bye intro with our large faces on the screen going back and forth, right? We are like, okay, bye, and then we have everything written down, and then we get up of our chair and we have the screens there for like 2 minutes so people can see.
What if we just don't
Bye-bye.
even show it, and then we just have it like filled out for the next one, and then we're like, dude, the
Yeah,
last one was
that's-
crazy.
okay, I was gonna
Like we
say
had
just
so
that
much.
too.
Yeah, I
Mhm,
think
I
we
was
should
gonna
just
say
do it
that
like
too.
that.
Okay, good.
But now I don't know where to pick up on our conversation.
Okay, so we were talking
So that
That's great.
sucks.
no, but we ended out at a good point. Okay, ooh, that was so fun. What was your favorite part of that? Like,
oh,
just
is this
chatting
for the
and
video
such.
or?
Yes.
Oh, okay, hold on.
We're gonna slowly, like, we're gonna get into it, like, now,
Me, is this?
you know, effortlessly.
Me, is this for the video?
Is it recording?
Girl, I still can't believe you asked me that the other day in the video for Very Besties. Are you recording? And it was like, as we were
Are you recording? Yeah.
when I
had to
watched
check.
that back, I was like, only Cass would ask me 40
Because
minutes deep if
there's
I was
been
still
so-
recording.
There's been so many instances where I've been filming for a long time, or so I thought.
I keep checking though. I keep checking.
That's good. Yeah, me too. I'm like, okay, see it beeping.
You
We're
see
not
it too?
beeping, but-
Do you see that random message coming up in the corner though? I get so scared. I don't know what the heck that is.
The encoder, I'm like, what the?
I don't know. I know. I keep looking at it.
You guys,
And then I check the
Yeah.
recording and I'm like, okay.
okay.
I'm like, thank gosh, it's still here.
recording, that's good. I think that's why that's what prompted my "Are you recording?" Because I might have seen that and I was like, "Is it recording?" But yes, it is. Okay. Anywho,
Such
Yeah.
deep talks. Crazy. Like,
oh look
how
at it's there.
it keeps coming up. Just
Sorry.
ignore it. It
Yes.
keeps up every-
Yep. Okay. Yes. What were you gonna say? It just keeps on like.
I'm gonna lock in. Hold on. Let's lock in back. Okay. You'll like edit all of that and then
Yeah.
lock back in here. Okay.
Oh, I'm so excited to edit this.
Mhm. Dang, such deep talks right now. Honestly.
Crazy work.
Yeah, very crazy work.
Cheers.
Summertime, guys. We're
Summertime sadness? No. Summertime happy. No. Summertime realness.
Summertime realness. That's the comment for today's
Comment down
video.
below.
Summertime realness.
Oh, I love that. Ooh, so
Um,
effortless.
I know it flows with our conversation. I was gonna say something. Oh my gosh, I'm so sad.
Dang it. Do this. My teacher said it would help when I was.
No way. No way.
I don't know if that helps because I don't remember. This
I
funny
think
enough,
I'm
I
just
don't
like
remember.
mostly focusing on doing that. Like,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
The way I'm searching in my brain for you, like as if I
Yeah, I know. We've been here for so long,
like Control
guys.
F. I'm like Control F. You know, like when you can
Mhm.
search up words in the
Mhm.
document. Anywho, that's niche.
Not that niche. Don't worry. We're all
Not
tech
that
girlies here. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Which, speaking of tech,
oh.
let us know if you'd want tech talk.
Oh.
We can make that a segment. That is so random of me to just.
Yeah, I'm like, what are we gonna talk about? Wait, don't tell them that.
It's almost 11 p.m. for me. Okay.
Like, yeah, we got PCs. Yeah, we're gamer girlies. Like, that's all we're gonna say.
And I have a HyperX mic.
I'm like, yeah, you guys all know I have a Shure mic. Come on, like, don't make me flex. Come on. But okay, you know what? If Elgato, you want to partner with us, like, we would.
Oh my god, yes. Please. I see so many people get accepted into being Elgato partners, and we're here. I have a freaking Stream Deck. I have my ring light. I swear I have many things
Stream Deck, key light, capture cards, multiple capture cards, multiple lights. Yeah, I mean, you don't even have to send us the free stuff. Although we would like it, you don't.
Although that would be amazing, yeah.
Like, you don't even have to do that, but okay.
I do need more lighting though in setups.
I know. I feel like you can never have enough lights. Like, I always want something more for some reason. I'm always like, I think I need a little light here. Like, nice little light over here.
Application. This is our application, Elgato. Keep us under consideration.
Our email is here.
Yeah. Down below.
For business inquiries only. No, you'll put it here.
Business inquiry.
And then I'll just bury it.
Yep.
Anyway. Well, we definitely got really deep for the month of July. I think it was just because June was so heavy. Low-key. Like, for no reason.
Yeah. And I really feel like we're gonna part ways today. And yes, like we said, it's gonna be a little bit scary to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll be like, how can I say, conscious? No, we'll be aware that
the self-reflecting later. Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
I just remember what I was gonna say.
You remember? It worked. You see, it worked. If you didn't do that thing, it would.
I was gonna say, have you heard of the trend where it's like, it'll be like THOUGHT, thought daughter, like thought, not like.
Oh yes.
Not like, you know, but like, like thought. Like our parents definitely birthed two thought
thinking
thought like this.
Two thinking daughters. Yeah.
I feel like I have to do this so nobody edits me later.
In the end, we're thoughts daughters. Wait, no.
It was the emphasis, the way you did that. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious.
I was making sure you guys know that I was thoughts here, not
too many thoughts. Not,
you know, not. Anywho, crazy.
That's wild. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if
I gotta go wash. I gotta go wash off.
I know. Me too. But if there's anything to take away from today, it's that summer is the time to reinvent yourself. Whether that's your way of thinking, your way of presenting, or just your way of moving generally in your life. You should take this time to be slow, to be kind to yourself, to others, and take it day by day, because if you don't, it's gonna fly by, and then it'll be fall, and then winter, and then look at how existential she already looks. And then you'll be struggling
so much. The way I just thought of winter, I'm like,
you were like, you should. I cannot wait to see you as I'm talking, as I'm like fall and then winter. I want to see your face zoom in more, like.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, so take this time to appreciate it for what it is. Be kind to yourself again, and
know that overthinking is okay. I gotta tell myself that, because if not,
I know.
I'm doomed.
Me too. You're looking at two major overthinkers.
And that's...
We're overthinking right now.
Yeah, dude.
You're catching us
We
lying.
gotta reel it back in.
I know, huh? Like, we gotta really... Come on. The face mask realness. Our magic is going back over the screen. It's time.
Real.
Wait, it's like... It's time to go to sleep now.
Yeah, and also remember
Brush your
self-care.
hair. Self-care.
Yeah.
Comes in different
Yeah.
ways. Read a book.
Yeah, that's what I was
Go
gonna
to
say.
sleep.
Thank you.
Play a
Oh, I'm
game.
gonna read.
Light
Oh,
a
I'm gonna
candle.
read.
Clean your room.
Oh yeah, clean your room, guys.
Hmm.
I was procrastinating to do my laundry. I forgot about it,
Do your laundry.
but I went back to it.
I'm proud.
Thank
I really
you.
need to put mine away. Anyways, I'm Sky.
I'm Cass.
And thank you for listening to our podcast material.
Bye. Oh yeah. I feel like that might be trademarked.
It's copyright, yeah. I think we'll be like
Copyright. Stretch it to the berry.
I know. I was gonna do that too, and I'm like, no, that doesn't. I was gonna be like, ba 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 ba. It's a little chaotic.
Berry.
Toss, 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 leg.
Toss, leg. Wait,
We
no, we
did
can't.
that. We did that low key. I seen it. Bye everyone. Thank you for watching. Okay, I'm ending. Toss, toss.
Toss,
Leg.
leg.